about a frog.
A frog. Hmm. Hmm. A frog. And what's special about this frog, or what else?
That he flies.
Okay. This was a frog that lived in a pond far, far away. This frog was very adventurous, always doing things that frogs shouldn't do. For example, one day it was raining a lot and it was muddy next to the pond, and so the frog started digging a hole and dug himself and put his whole body under the mud. And all the other frogs would look at him like, that guy is crazy. He should be protecting himself from the rain or eating insects like everybody else. Oh no, but he has to be the crazy one that digs a hole and checks what the mud looks like. And things like that. I mean, like this one time, instead of eating bugs, he tried eating a fruit, and of course, he got upset of his stomach. But he always wanted to try things. So one day, as he was always trying new funny things, he decided to venture far, far away from the pond to where some huge, incredibly bright stars were. Now, don't tell this to the frog, but those weren't stars. They were light bulbs. It's just that frogs don't know anything about the human world, and so the frog just thought, ooh, that's some bright star. I gotta go check it out. Well, as luck would have it, turns out that there was a lot of insects next to this big bright star, and he had a feast. He ate and ate until he was so full. And then he came back home all full. And all the other frogs were like, huh, look at that guy. He goes wandering. He disappears from the safety of the pond, the only home we always know. I'm sure he's having such a hard time. And meanwhile, our friend the frog was full of insects. And so, for the next couple of days, he didn't even need to eat because when the frog was so full, he needed a couple of days to digest all of those insects. And so he kept doing his funny things like checking on a leaf and stuff like that. But then one day he got hungry again. And so he went back to that huge bright star, which is not a star, as you and I know because we're humans. It was a light bulb. But shh, don't tell the frog it's a light bulb. Anyways, he went there, and this time, I don't know if it's because it was cold or what, but there were insects, but not as many as the last time. And so he ate a couple. And just as he was about to eat another one, a huge insect showed up. And he was like, mmm, delicious insect. Mmm. And so he approached slowly. What's up?
What was in the type of insect? A wasp?
Oh, no, no, no. It was a grasshopper. It was a huge grasshopper. But this grasshopper can fly. Anyways, most of the time they don't fly; they just jump. But they can fly. And so he approached, and he was looking at the grasshopper. And the grasshopper is no fool. He realized what was going on. And just as our friend the frog was about to pounce and eat the grasshopper said, "Stop! What do you think you're doing?" And the frog was like, "Wow, eating you? Well, no, you're not gonna eat me." "Well, why not?" "Because I'm a magic grasshopper, and I can grant you a wish if you don't eat me." And the frog said, A wish? What is that? I've never eaten one of those. You don't eat those, fool. A wish means that anything you ask of me can become true. And so the frog started thinking, ooh, but in the frog world, there's not too many things. There's other frogs, there's ponds, there's insects, and sometimes there's cats and birds that eat the frogs, or maybe even snakes. But that's about the whole world of frog. Now, yes, granted, this frog was different because he was always curious about things, but he was still a frog. So, even though he was in front of a magic grasshopper, he would only ask for things that frogs know about. So the frog said, okay, my wish is to eat you. And so the grasshopper, that was very smart. You want to know a secret?
What?
He wasn't a magic grasshopper. He was just trying to save his life from being eaten by the frog. So he was trying to outsmart the frog. Anyways, so the grasshopper thought, uh-oh, I'm trapped. I promised the frog that I could grant him a wish, and his wish is to eat me. How do I get out of this? Well, said the grasshopper, you can eat me. And as soon as the frog started opening his mouth, the grasshopper said, as soon as... What? You can eat me as soon as you have fulfilled your other wish. What other wish? Said the frog. Well, don't you know I can also read minds? This was also a lie. You can do what? Said the frog. I can read your mind. And right before you told me that you wanted to eat me, I sensed that you wanted to discover something special. Now, this was a gamble for the grasshopper. He had no idea where this was going. He was just trying to stall the inevitable, which was the frog trying to eat him. And so the frog said, well, I do like to explore and do things that are different from other frogs. How did you know that? Oh, because I'm a magic grasshopper and I can read your mind, said the lying grasshopper, happy that he had staved off the frog eating him for just another moment. Well, then what was my other wish? Said the frog, who had no idea what the grasshopper was talking about. I think your other wish was that you wanted to sniff a horse butt. And the frog was like, what? No. I didn't say sniff a horse butt. I meant you wanted to lick a cold rock. And the frog was like, ew. No, that's not what I said. I said you wanted to fly. Yes, fly. And the frog was like, fly? I never thought of flying. I mean, I can jump. Is that what you mean? Because I don't need you for that. No. Fly, let me show you. And the grasshopper extended its wings and started twirling around the light for a little bit and then landed right next to the frog. And the grasshopper was like, oh no, lucky me, I just landed next to it. He's going to eat me. But this time the frog didn't eat him because he was very curious about this flying thing. So you can make me fly? Said the frog. Oh yeah, of course, said the grasshopper, who had no clue what he was up to now. Ooh, I have an idea, said the grasshopper. I think I can get rid of this frog. So he told the frog, it's very easy. Follow me. And so the grasshopper, flew all the way up to the roof of the house where that lamp was. The frog has little fingers that could stick to things, so he could walk up there. And so, with a lot of effort, because it wasn't easy, it was a steep climb, managed to climb up to the roof of the house. And so, the frog, not knowing much of what was going on, but convinced that this was a magic grasshopper, was very excited to learn how to fly. And so the grasshopper thought to himself, I have an idea. I'm going to make him jump out on the other side of the house. And so he started walking towards the other side of the house and said to the frog, "Okay, this is what you have to do to fulfill your dream." And the frog thought, "I'm not sure that was my dream, but let's play along. Now, we come here, and when you jump out of here, you will be able to fly." The frog looked at the edge of the roof of the house. It was quite tall for a frog. But he thought, well, I've done some crazy things in my life. What's one more? And so he jumped. Whee! Splat. The frog was no more. He was so confused. Everything was spinning. He had a huge headache. What's that?
Was the frog dead?
Not yet. No, but he was really mad because he realized that the grasshopper had fooled him. And the grasshopper was still in the roof, laughing and laughing. Ha, 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 ha. Goodbye, frog. And took off flying. And so the frog was so mad. Not only because he had been fooled, but because he had believed the grasshopper. And guess what else? He was also still hungry. Well, this night he went back into the pond, and as usual, everybody was thinking, this is the weirdest frog ever. Why does he have to go outside of the pond where we have everything we need? Until one day, the frog decided to go looking for the grasshopper again. And guess what? There was a big, giant spider web, and he found the grasshopper stuck in the spider web, trying to get out. He was moving and moving and moving. Luckily for the grasshopper, the spider wasn't around yet. And so the frog looked at him and said, well, we meet again. And so the grasshopper said, "Oh, I remember you. I still owe you a wish." And the frog said, "Oh, don't worry, I'll get my wish." And it extended its tongue and ate the grasshopper. And the spider was like, "Hey, you, that was my dinner, hey." And so the frog took off back into the pond and slept with a full belly. The end. And that's the story of a frog that flew.
It would be better if it actually ate a chicken.
A frog eating a chicken would be a little hard because frogs are very small. And actually,
what if,
chickens would eat the frog.
then, but it's sad to hear a grasshopper that died.
But this grasshopper was frog dinner. And he had been fooling the frog. And also, that's nature. Sometimes animals eat each other. It's normal.
Okay.
But the frog was happy and full.
Okay. I just play night night.
Okay, I love you. Good night.
Okay.